Hello friends, so today we will be learning how to make a project which is 555 timer blinker. So first of all we require a breadboard and a 9-volt battery. So 9-volt battery, we need to align it accordingly so that we can connect the positive terminal to the positive and the negative terminal to the negative. So first we will just pick the positive terminal and connect it to the positive. So here we just need to make sure that the wires are not scattered along and all the wires are symmetrical. So we'll try to make sure that it's symmetrical, and wherever you click you can bend the wire from there. So as you can see, now we have connected the wires and now we can color it in the appropriate colors. So we will color negative as black and positive as red. So let me just do that. So I'm just clicking on black, so it's black now, and the second one I'm just clicking on red, so it becomes the red one. So now we have connected the wires. Now here you can search the connections. So we are using 555 timer IC, so you can align the 555 timer IC in the mid of the breadboard. It is to be placed at a place where you can access all the pins of the IC, and I think this is the best place where you have a space in between the holes, so to put the IC, wherein you have access to all the ports of the IC. So it will be easier for you to connect all the components to the IC, and you will be able to see what components you are connected, and it will be easier for you to make sure that your connections are in the correct polarization, because polarization is very important. You need to make sure that its plus and minus are all connected. So now let's connect the IC's terminal number 1 to the positive. So that we have done. Now we will just go ahead and check if the connection is okay. So let's check the polarity. Now let's do the connection on the other side also. So what I will do is, like, I'll just connect negative to negative the same way which we did initially, and same way we will be doing the negative to negative as well. Before that, let me just get the power to the ground of the IC so that it will be easier. So now we have connected it. Similar way you can also do that on your breadboard when you are creating the project. So I would like to just tell you, like, Wattsuptech is one of the leading provider of the electronics knowledge, so you can join our Sunday classes as well. So here we will take the resistor. So resistor will take 1 kilo ohm, so we won't be changing the resistor's value, and we can just we are turning the resistor so that we can connect it easily. So we have rotated it horizontally. So now let's connect to the third terminal of the 555 IC with the resistor, so it will be easier for us to make another connections. So I think that has been done. Now we will search for the LED, which is we'll take the red LED. I think that will be appropriate, because red is the color which we can use to make sure that LED is blinking, and it blinks red. So it's easily identifiable in Tinkercad, which we are using here to show or demonstrate the circuit what we are using. So let's connect the LED and rotate it, and then connect it on an appropriate terminal, which is the positive of your resistor. So now we have connected the LED. You need to make sure the anode and cathode of the LED, so that everything goes perfectly fine. So that has been done now. let's connect the wires. So we are connecting the wires here. Let me just connect the terminal wires, which are again from negatives to the positives. So I think the wires are now connected. So let's just try to connect the LED with the terminals. So let's just connect. I think this wire should be very near to the LED. That will make more sense. So that we have done already. Now let's try to do the same thing here. We will be connecting the positive terminal to the positive. So let's just drag it and let me just connect that. Okay, so now that is connected. And now as per our color coding, what we have done, let's make the color code, so it will be easier for us to identify which polarization and terminal we are connecting it to, so that it will be easier for us to make sure that the connections are appropriate and proper. So now that's done. So here we will be just checking and connecting the positive to the positive of the 555 IC. So that is we have done now. We have connected the positive to the positive here for the IC, as well as we are making sure that resistor also on the right place. So we just need one more resistor so that we can connect it to the terminal 2 of the IC. So that we have done, and that should go from positive to the terminal 2, and value will remain as it is. We're not going to change the value here. So that's done. Now what we will do is we will just check all the threshold of 555 IC. From here we need to connect it to the terminal 2 so that it will be easier. So we'll just drag a wire here and try to connect. These kind of connections, I would say, are very difficult because you need to bend wires several times, and there might be a possibility you connect incorrectly, like I've done here now. So I'm just trying it again, learning to work on Tinkercad. So guys, don't mind. I think now I'm able to connect it. So yeah, that makes sense. So it's connected properly now. So I think this is the connection. So we will not gonna change any value as of now. So far all looks good and all the connections are proper. So let's just make it another color, which is we can use a cyan color. It looks good. Okay, so now we will just check all the connections are okay as per the. So now let's bring the capacitor. Okay, so yeah, capacitor is there. We will use a similar capacitor, what's the value is. So just connect it to the terminal 1 of the 555 IC, and let's don't change the value, let it be whatever it is, and then let's just move it a little bit down. Okay, now it's connected, it's good. All right, so now the capacitor is also there. So capacitor will be storing the charge. Okay, so it stores the charge, and it works like a battery for us in some of the cases. So it will store the charge and it will help in to blink the LED. So the blink process, it's very much required. So once we'll take one more resistor. Let me just try to rotate that again, and then let's connect it to the terminal 6 of the 555 IC and connect it with the resistor, which we have already done. So here we have taken 1 kilo ohm resistor. Okay, it's pretty good. Let's try. Okay, now that's done. Now let's try to connect it again with the As you know that breadboard has horizontal connections, so we are connecting it again, okay, with the wires, so that we make sure that we are getting the negative here. So that has been done. Okay, so now we have changed the value of uh, 44. We have changed the value of the resistor also, so that's what we needed, because we require higher. And let's try to simulate now. Okay, so as you can see, the LED is blinking. Oh, that's good, it's blinking. Okay, now you can change the blinking cycle. You just need to use a different capacitor, so it will be easier for you to make sure that the value of capacitor, well, let's make it 1 microfarad, so the blinking will become more. Let's see how it works. So blinking becomes fast. So I think this is the way you need to do the project. So I hope you like it, and all the components are available in our kit, so just try to make one for yourself, and I hope you will be able to make it, as it's pretty easy, but you will learn a lot how the terminals, how the connections works, and I think it's a fun little project. So it will be fun to make such kind of projects, and I would like you to join Wattsuptech Sunday classes, where we are talking about multiple things which are related to electronics, and you will learn a lot from there. So let's end today's session here. Thank you so much for joining. Love you.